Mulder here, and we are over at Matthew Boulay Park. We're waiting for the Dracut firefighters, and we're going to be doing an exercise with the Dracut firefighters today, and they are going to be doing an ice rescue for you folks, and they will tell you the information on what to do with ice, or what not to do with ice. I do not envy these men and their jobs.
You guys interviewing us already?
We are.
Oh, don't interview me. I'm not a big wig. I'm a low man.
Hey, listen, you're going in that water.
Oh, no, I'm taking a dip. It's a
all right. It's a nice day for a dip. Yeah.
So.
Tell everybody your name.
I'm firefighter Mike.
Well, nice to meet you, firefighter Mike. You bring tears to my eyes.
Oh yeah, that's not me. That's the weather.
Is that the weather? Yeah. Is Timmy with you?
No, Timmy's not with me. He's going to be the captain in charge. This is Lieutenant Ken Miniman over here.
Oh.
We're at Station 2. We're waiting for the other two engines to arrive.
Oh, all right. So you got two more engines coming over?
Yeah, it's going to be the whole Dracut 5 is going to be on here doing this drill. This is done yearly. They'll tell you the whole drill, I guess. As soon as they get here, they got a bunch of calls going.
Come on over. I guess you weren't aware we were coming, huh?
No.
The chief told about a week ago, he said they were going to schedule it for Tuesday, and then he said they changed it to Thursday, and he said, can you guys come over? And I said, sure.
Nice.
So here we are.
Glad to have you guys. You
Well,
guys warm?
Huh?
You guys warm?
Yeah, well, reasonably. I just told him you bring tears to my eyes. Tell everybody your name.
My name's Lieutenant Ken McMiniman.
Well, we're glad to have you here. So you have a group coming over now, the rest of the
Yes,
firefighters?
everybody should be in a couple minutes.
Now, how long, well, you've been doing this for years, obviously, but how long is the training course for this?
We did a classroom exercise a couple weeks ago inside the classroom, and today we're doing the practical out here.
Oh. So there should be enough ice out there for you.
Yes, I think, yep.
Who's going in?
We'll see.
Apparently not you. And I'm not, so.
We'll see when the captain gets here.
Yeah, we'll see. So anyway, the chief gave us a call yesterday and said be there around 1:30, and
Nice.
I said, all right.
Nice. Glad to have you guys. Thank you.
This is our first winter fest, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. It's brutal out here.
Oh, it sure is.
But at least it's not snowing, and we're not going to get the storm. It's a good thing.
You guys dressed for the occasion.
Oh, definitely. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up and wait for the team to get here. And
Thank you.
Thanks. And the Dracut Fire Department is over here to have their life rescue for the ice, and they just pulled up. They've got their boat with them and two other vehicles, and the department is just arriving over here now. So this should be quite an experience. Well, now they're bringing the life rescue equipment over. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you?
A little chilly. Just a little.
We're taking off your truck. Grateful.
What's up, kid?
How are you?
All right, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you.
Thanks, honey. Oh, nice to see you.
Get down the camera.
Don't fall in.
You know the camera adds 10 pounds too.
Yeah.
The camera adds 10 pounds. Can you explain what kind of gear that our firefighters are putting on?
Well, the two, those are ice rescue suits, so we call them Mustang suits. They replaced, we used to have some rudimentary evacuation suits, which we used, shipboard rescue would go in with those, which was basically it was like a wetsuit. This is more of a dry suit configuration, keeping our firefighters dry to attempt a rescue. So.
And it'll keep them dry underneath.
Yes, inside they're fully clothed. They'll stay dry and warm. Where the other one, the other suits that we have, do have some leakage. It's not a wetsuit, but through the years they get older. These are more of a dry suit configuration.
Now, how far out will that rope reach?
We have a 300 feet if we had to go out that far. Beyond that, you have to get
The boat?
beyond 300 feet. Yeah, we usually the rescue. If you go out 300 feet on the ice and it's not giving way, you should be able to move out a little further.
Then once you go past that, you'll need the other equipment.
Yes, there's different. They're going to show you today's scenario, and Timmy will run you through this. The different levels when you have a person in the ice. The main thing we want to stress is no ice is ever safe. It may look safe. You know, some people say the clear ice is the safest or the white ice. The national standard is you need at least 2 inches to hold a human, 4 inches for a snowmobile, 6 inches for a car, 8 to 10 inches for a bigger vehicle or a truck. So our standard answer is there is no safe ice, and we don't recommend or give recommendations to go out on the ice.
No, I've seen so many already that have gone in, and I think one person drowned already.
Right.
Animals get stuck.
Because you don't know, even though the ice is solid one day, the next day, depending on the currents underneath, the how warm it is, it'll get rotten underneath, and you can't tell.
So you have the same technique for an animal as you would for a person.
Right. We when you say an animal, we have the same technique, but the same risk we won't do. We do a risk analysis. When you show up for a human life, we're going to risk more to save more.
Right.
A few years ago, there was a couple cows that were on in
my
the
goodness.
river, and people wanted us to go in, and there was no way we were going to commit a man to save a cow that went under. So, and it's unfortunate, but it'd be more unfortunate if I lost a man for that.
Well,
so.
absolutely. And we thank the Dracut firefighters for all they do, because this is quite an undertaking, and just to go out there and save people's lives who unfortunately take that chance thinking that they can be on the ice, and then they find out different when they get out there.
Yeah, I mean, accidents do happen, and younger kids tend to be drawn to the ice.
Right. It's exciting, but
it's exciting, but or they follow their
not
dog.
safe, yeah.
And dog weighs less than human.
So now what's going into the water?
We're going to put one man in the water to simulate somebody having gone through. So right now they're just going to go out and cut the hole to get them in.
Okay.
After that, they'll go through the rescue scenarios. What you want to do is try to reach somebody, try to reach out to them either with a pike pole or a ladder so they can grab and self-rescue.
Yeah.
If you can't reach them, we have throw bags that you throw it out, and that can
Like
go
a
up to
life-
75 feet or as far as your good arm can throw. And beyond that, we'll use the deploy the rescue alive sled, and we'll go out and get the person.
So obviously that floats.
It floats and it disperses the weight on the ice through those two pontoons. So instead
So
of
it won't go down into the water.
because with any ice rescue, the weight dispersed is a thinner layer can carry more.
Chief, we're going to walk him out first with the rescue alive, and then we'll make his forward.
Right. Right. All the men here, even though you don't see it, they all have personal flotation devices underneath their jackets, and that's a requirement. Anybody going into what we'd call, for lack of a better term, the hot zone nearest the water, we require that in case they slip into the water also. So you have the two men with the dry suits, and then everyone else has personal flotation devices. They'll be working the shoreline and the ropes.
I see he's getting in the middle of that right now.
Yes, and that's the way that deploys out. You put your weight on that and you walk out, and if the ice does give way, you put your feet on it and you paddle it. That was a purchase several years ago in I believe it was the mid-90s.
Good
The
investment.
Union purchased that for the department, and we've got a lot of use out of it.
Wow, I could see why. I mean, that's...
And when you see how they actually get the person out, it's made, the engineering of it is unique to actually pull somebody out.
Now, who is this that's going in? I see Romeo's and his...
That is Sean Bushnell's going out.
He's actually standing on the ice a little bit.
Yeah. So he'll put a hole in the ice, and we'll get him from there. Surprising. See, you can never tell with ice, because from us,
It looks like water.
It looked like water and thin, but as you can see, it's got some.
Little substance to it.
Yeah.
Box
Wow.
123 at 20
Yeah,
Didn't
he
take
just
long,
broke
though.
through.
It didn't take long.
You're looking at like inch and a half, 2 inches there.
Yeah.
Still wouldn't trust it.
No.
Okay.
It only takes a minute to go under too.
Right. Well, I want to thank you for joining us today. I know we talked about this for a while, so
We did.
it's just to show
well, this
some
is
of the
very
dangers of the
interesting,
ice,
you know,
yeah.
and it shows what our firefighters are doing for us as well as the
Right.
medical and the fires and all the other things that you folks do for us. But I just wondered how this worked. I mean, you picture somebody swimming out to saving someone, you know.
Well,
So now what
summer
now?
rescue is you would still suit up like that, and of course we don't use the.
You don't use the float. do
No,
the
you use
floating?
boats and all that. But if you have to go in, you try to, you know, depending on the water temperature. If it's in the summer, sure, you know you don't need as much protection. But with this, they can sit in the water for hours. So,
Really?
Yeah.
It looks so thin from here. I mean, it just looks like it's lightweight, but
Well-
you need that protective.
You can tell it froze quickly.
Hi, how are you? John, you going in?
Yeah, I'm the person they're gonna save.
Oh.
Yeah,
There
we
you
can
go.
we can send you in.
Well, go ahead. Get right down there. Don't.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Some of the old equipment you see on the boat. We have a bigger ice boat that's made for more men. That if you had to push the whole thing out there,
Can you?
how many people are out on the boat?
Yeah, he'll get that in
Yeah,
a minute.
we'll show you that later, but that's how we used to do it, and that was originally bought by the guys in the 60s. We've fixed it a few times. We got really good at...
Oh, you probably use that black stuff that they show on TV.
No, no, no.
You know, you put those in the boat, and it doesn't leak anymore. Is that the stuff?
Yeah, would you try that?
No. No.
Yeah, no.
I watched it. It's just hard to believe that.
Yeah, it stops rain gutters. It never seems
Like
to work in
Tide,
my house,
you know?
though. In my house has to have something a little different.
Yeah. Gorilla glue.
A force field around my house doesn't allow that.
Gee, how often do you guys do this stuff?
Every unit practice that every year.
Do you guys do like specific like water rescue?
Yes.
When do you guys do that? I don't want to be interviewed. Right?
You're on now.
You're on it now.
You're on. You may as well introduce yourself.
Sergeant John Siemens, Dracut PD.
It's ironic that the officers here today, because in any rescue like this, the main job is that we'll have a large crowd always forms, and
Oh.
to keep the crowd from going down into that hot zone I told you about, this is where they come in critical for us.
Oh,
And
I just thought he was observing.
Well,
Actually, I thought he was going to go in, but
I don't know if
he
you want-
didn't bring his suit, so.
We make a deal with them. That I don't have to wear a vest and get shot at. They don't go in the ice.
It's a good deal.
It's a good deal, yeah.
Yeah. So you do this how many once a year?
Each crew will do this once a year. What you didn't see is every crew already went through the dry portion back at the station where they practice
Yeah.
deploying it in the bay, picking the guy up, and there's a classroom to it also. So it's about, what you're looking at is accumulation, about 2 days of drilling.
Yeah, training
So
before
everybody,
you even come out.
because then everybody tries every different position, because with Dracut, with the manpower, we have to be ready to do, even me, go in and do any position.
Yeah.
So. Today this unit's running with 8 members. We have 1 member out, so
we have
an
Romeo.
additional man down there, plus you have 2 men that are currently on a map.
And who are these other firefighters here?
You
Is
have
Romeo
that's
down there?
Lieutenant Martin, Kevin Martin,
Yeah.
Romeo Demers, everyone knows, you know Tim Grimes,
Tim
Captain Grimes, and firefighter Scott McMiniman,
And you?
and myself,
Yes.
Chief Brulette.
Now we got Officer Siemens over here with
This
us.
is going to be a looky-loo. I was like, who's this guy? I couldn't see you guys. I saw one guy in the ice, so I was driving down. I'm like, who's hitting that with a hammer out there?
Better go
That's
check
why I
that
put
out.
one. I was like,
Well,
oh,
that's
Yeah.
trying to make it far enough out that it doesn't attract kids later, and they don't tend to skate here like they used to, you know.
Well,
when
no.
you do this at the lake and stuff, then you
no
run
one
that-
does anything outside like they used to.
No, most.
But I would think with the
Do
falls,
pretend
the falls would create a constant spring.
Yeah, further up,
Making it,
it's
yeah.
open.
So tell me what's going on.
Still good. The hole is not wide enough for 2 members, so 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes. Have you ever gone in?
Oh yeah. Every year, we always win.
You alternate people going in?
Pretty much.
Do you? Scary?
Everybody gets their chance to go in, so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you been in?
This year? No.
No, he's sending everybody else in now.
Yeah. He gets to do that now.
Yeah.
I get to do that. Oh, Tim and I have been through this enough.
Continue clearing Elder Street. Return to drill. 1426.
Back when I was the rookie, they always gave me the leaky suit.
Nothing personal.
You'd come out, your feet would be soaked.
Oh, yeah.
So-
And it would always be the crew that was coming in after you. They dreaded it too, saying, "Oh, we, you know."
Right.
Yeah, it was always the second crew because it was still wet from the day before, and once they stepped out into the cold, it completely iced out. So.
Well, I mean, how fast does it ice over once you've made that hole? Will it ice up right away?
Oh yeah, that'll be frozen by 8 o'clock tonight. Because I think this is about as warm as it's going to get today.
I think so. Well, at least we're not getting the storm. Woo-hoo.
Because Tim, what you're going to show them today is not only the ice rescue sled, but the
Yeah.
two-man lift out. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Two different methods we use to pull somebody out. But the thing also is we practice this, but you have to be like Timmy's very good at, and all my captains and my firefighters are good at improvising depending what we have to do. Because sometimes, you know, you can plan and prepare for the best scenario, but you know,
You never know what's
the
going to
person in the water isn't always cooperating, or conditions don't cooperate. So
Well, I imagine they panic,
Yeah.
you know, because they're freezing, and
right.
so they fight you on some level.
Definitely. Well, that's what it is they panic and they're trying to get out, and
Yeah.
they try to pull you down as well.
You can't get them fast enough.
And they also say that within 15 minutes you end up losing your hands and your arms, your mobility in them too.
Goes
So
kinda-
it goes very quick.
Yeah.
And after I think like 30 minutes, you're mental, you're altered, and so it's just downhill from there. So
Well, all you can think of is getting out.
yeah. But
You can't
if
focus at that point.
Exactly. After 30 minutes or so, if you throw them a rope, they can't grab it first of all because they don't have the mobility
Yeah.
and their mindset. They can't even visualize how to grab
So
it.
scary.
So it definitely is. It's dangerous, that's for sure. Yeah.
It is. And it's like we live at the lake, and I see these people going out on cars, and I went,
Oh.
oh boy,
Yep.
oh boy. I mean, I don't even go out on the ice.
Well, didn't you fall in before?
I did when I
We're not telling that story though, right?
actually, yeah, I was ice skating.
I think you told me that
and,
story.
and actually, I was over here, and the same thing happened.
Oh, jeepers.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's no water underneath, but I was going down. I said, I think I need to be rescued. Yes, I was ice skating, and I went from one layer to the next,
Okay.
to the next,
Yes.
to the next.
I remember,
It was-
and you felt, yeah.
Yeah, I went down like 4 layers, but at that point, you don't realize that you're even still on ice.
know.
You think
Yeah.
you're going down.
Well, the funny thing is with the snow on the ice, people think that it's got to be safe because there's snow on it, but
Oh,
the
yeah.
snow actually is worse because it insulates the temperature of the water. So if the water is not as freezing as the air, it actually insulates and it's actually worse.
Now, see, from here to look at this, it looks like it's water. It does not look
Yes,
like ice.
exactly. Yeah, and
You know?
he said it was about 3 or 4 inches thick, so
Wow. And that's really not much.
it's not. No.
So now what are we doing now,
Sean,
Tim?
you almost ready there? Okay. So Sean's gonna go out and get into the hole.
Okay.
After that, we're going to do our trying to, like the chief had said, first when we get on scene, we try to reach them. If we're not able to reach them, we throw them a rope. We have rope bags, throw bags that we call them. If we're not able to do that, then we will advance to them, try to...
Now are the throw bags inflated?
Nope. It's just a bag with rope, and it has a little ball on the end that floats. But you have to have good aim, and it's, yeah.
Now how often have you done this?
Every year. We do it every year, yep. Every unit does it every year, so.
Well, it's like the chief said, you know, if you're over here rescuing somebody and somebody is on Long Pond, they have to wait for you guys to get there.
Because we have all the other
have all
equipment.
the
Exactly.
I think we need more equipment.
Yes. Well, manpower, one of the two. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, you can't be in two places at once. And when somebody is in dire need, you know,
Yes.
and the ice going down, you need extra
And What
help.
happens is with the equipment at Station 1 as well, we have medical aids constantly. So we're over there, tied up over there, and something comes in, it's...
And then you get a fight, you know.
Yep, if Sean could jump in the hole. Try to throw the rope, yep. Exactly, perfect. Ro, we're going to do the two. We're going to go in the hole, wrap them, and then we're going to, afterwards, we'll go out with the rescue alive. Thank you.
Oh boy.
So everybody's all tethered and roped off, so...
Did it freeze over already? Wow. So Romeo's going in.
Nope, that's Sean Bushnell.
Oh, that's Sean, okay.
Romeo's going to be the rescuer.
Oh, all right. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. That looks so cold.
So this would be our first thing. Like I said, well, the first thing would be reach. If you can't reach, that's our second thing.
Okay, is that bag?
Yes.
Okay.
And that was perfect throw.
Wow.
So what happens is he was able to throw it to him, and he's able to pull him right out.
Oh,
so
that's good.
great. Yes, if you can do that.
If you can do that.
Yeah. He was so close to shore that this instance that worked.
Now, if somebody was like out in the middle,
Then there's
how-
then we
you'd
would have to take the rescue alive sled. Correct.
Wow.
745 answer.
How cold do you think that water is today? I can only imagine.
Yes. Colder than I want to know.
This is true. Oh. God, I give the firefighters so much credit. This is not something that anybody would want to do.
Not at all.
Once a year or otherwise.
So like I say, Romeo's going out now, and he's gonna lay down, and that disperses the weight. Because if you walk up in that area where it's broken already, it's gonna keep breaking around.
Keep breaking, and
So-
then somebody will have to go after him.
Exactly. Well, hopefully not, but,
Well, no, but-
he's tethered as well. But as Romeo went in, he went in from the back side. I don't know if you noticed.
Yes.
And that's what you want to do, and it's less panicky for the person that's in the water.
Yeah,
Try to sneak
'cause you
behind
can
him, and he has a rope that he actually grabs around their waist and locks them in. So once he pulls, now the
Let me
victim.
come over here so you can show me.
Oh.
There we go. Okay, so
So they both come out. So Romeo actually tied that rope around the victim.
he came in from this way.
Exactly.
Went
Tied
behind him.
Went behind him, hooked him in. There's a big hook,
Mm-hmm.
hooks in it, and it tightens up around his waist. And then we're able to pull both of them out.
What's the average time for a rescue? Is there? It varies on
Varies on,
whatever.
yeah, how many
is-
people, where it is, the circumstance.
Have you ever had to rescue
the
more than one
terrain.
at a time?
I never have, luckily.
I mean, say a bunch of people were ice skating or just out there. And
Right.
They
Yeah,
all-
I haven't had a human, but you have animals all the time.
I was
And you have to save the animals, because if you don't, then the humans go in after them.
oh, sure they do.
So we
They
have
see
to
their
go out.
dog, and the natural response is to go get
Exactly.
the dog, and then they go in.
Yep.
Now you've got the human and the
Exactly,
dog.
exactly. So, yeah, which
Now, in
makes
that
things a
case,
lot
would
worse.
you put the animal on?
No. Well,
Do you
well,
have like a raft or something that you?
we don't. But
the animal?
we have a little pole with a rope on it that we're able to pull the dog itself probably out of the water,
Hmm.
and then from there we have an ice boat that we use.
Yeah, we'll go check that out.
It's up on the boat itself, and
Hmm.
it slides across the ice. But these little Rescue Alive sleds are great because they're so lightweight, versatile. They float, they go on the ice, and
And that's important because it's like you said, when you put them in the water, it's going to disperse.
your weight, exactly.
Yeah.
Mike, want to come over here and do this rope, please? For the put your PFD on. Yeah. The Rescue Alive. Romeo, hold 1 second. Mike's gonna
Okay, now what's he?
Man this rope here for the rescue alive.
Oh, they have the unlimited gear.
Yes.
Now what is he doing?
He's just gonna, this is the rope for the rescue alive sled.
Okay.
Everything is tethered. Everything is roped off. Just safety, safety, safety.
So what do you want me to do? Mess with this?
Correct. Yes. That's hooked up to the rescue alive. You can go down to the shore, Mike, and so we did those other things. We threw the rope. We went out the one man, Romeo did, and went around them and tried to tie off. Now, if he can't get to him those ways, he'll go out with the rescue alive sled, which that's what he's on now. And like we said earlier, it disperses your weight. You can go through the open water, snow on top of the ice. You can run right over it. And
So he's able to grab him from the front this time.
exactly. And what he's going to do is, Romeo has all his weight on the two sides of the rescue alive.
Yeah.
He's going to pull the victim up, and this is perfect for if the victim's unresponsive or unconscious.
Right.
He can grab him, pull him up, and then from there you Velcro him in, and he's not going to move anywhere. From that point, you're able to just slide him right up. On there's some handles up there, and from there we'll just pull him,
And then
pull
the
him
rest-
and the victim in. Yeah.
Now this is all hand.
Yeah, I think you have to pull it. It's not going to wheel.
No, you have to pull it, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Correct. You have to go down by shore, Mike.
We should get an electronic one of these, just so you know you can just push the button and just.
Yeah, but then you don't want anything electronically like that. Especially it might get into a situation where you want to
Oh.
stop it quickly, and
Just
then
saying, if you want it
yeah,
quicker, no. It's easier manually.
it is quicker and it's safer manually. You can stop with a instant. So you know, Romeo's saying all set.
He's saying all set, he's
yep,
got him.
He's all tethered on the sled, and we just pull him right out of the water.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
This is the best and safest route, that's for sure.
And then once you get him on shore,
We do medical treatment to him. Yep.
Do medical-
Remove his clothing. That's the worst thing is the wet clothing. It
Well, it's
absorbs
heavy.
all. Yeah, it's heavy, but we got to remove that just because it's soaking wet and cold, and then it'll get him warm,
And then what do you do,
warmer
wrap 'em-
quicker.
wrap 'em in
yeah,
blankets
and yeah, any type of ice rescue call, Patriot Ambulance in town, they'd be right there with us too
Oh,
to
good.
assist us. So, yeah, so. I'm sorry. Yeah, also, yeah. You want to see somebody else go in there? Or?
does anybody want to? Bob,
Romeo,
can
wanna
you
go in the
can
hole
you
and
get it?
watch out?
Huh?
You need to take a break? Okay. Can
Did you get him up?
We'll have Romeo in the hole, and then you just go out, do the two-man around, hook them, and then we'll use the. We don't have to do the throw and go, but just the other two. You want to try the boat? I don't know. Okay. I told him that it was hard to go through the snow and so
Yeah,
forth. So.
yeah.
I told him this is our best. Yeah, please, Romeo.
Okay, Bob, Romeo's going in.
So this is what we do, though, is we'll train on
Wow.
this, and each of the newer members will get a turn and get to go in the ice bowl.
So now the chief said the course is how long?
Of this here?
Yeah.
The course itself, or when we're drilling?
Well, how?
It's good hours anyway.
Oh. All right. So now he's getting behind him again.
Exactly. And he'll
right.
tie that rope right around
Tie
his
the
waist.
rope. Yep. And how many firefighters do you have normally pulling them in? Just two, or as many as on at anyone who?
Hopefully
yeah.
everybody is. But you only need two members to pull it. Hopefully two members out.
And hopefully, the firefighter in the rear doesn't go in. Because if he goes in, then he's going to pull him with him, isn't he?
Well, he did. Well, the one in the rear did go in.
He did? Oh,
He'll
yeah.
actually get in the hole with him.
Yeah.
So that, and Ian, while he's doing it, he'll talk to him, calm him down, say what he's doing.
And hopefully that.
Hopefully that'll calm
works.
him down. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's a scary situation, not only for the person in the water, but for the firefighter too, because
Oh,
they want to get there,
exactly.
promptly
Yes.
to be able to pull the person out. Oh, he's going back in.
Yeah. And so now Sean will do the same thing with the Rescue Alive.
Okay, now he's going with the Rescue Alive.
Yeah.
Now, how often do you use the boat as opposed to the Rescue Alive? That seems like something you'd be using more
Always,
of.
yeah. It's very versatile. In the other boat, it gets hung up on the snow, and it's
And the ice, I'm sure, it doesn't help it.
not at all. Well, it slides good on the ice.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it has little glides on the bottom of it.
But
this is so
much
light.
easier
Yeah, so light, so versatile. The boat, you have to pick the person up to get them inside the boat. So this is
you
almost
could just
level
slide
with
them
the
right
ice.
over.
Exactly. This is much more user friendly, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, this is so informative. I mean, you see it on TV, but to see it in person is just so impressive and just.
Yeah, and like I say, I don't think people realize we train on this all the time too.
No.
So I mean, if it does happen, train. So just in case, but.
And we're glad that you're there.
Thank you. We're glad with it there too as well. So that little Rescue Alive sled also has a paddle for the open water. You can paddle in case you get out there.
In case you hit like ice, can you maneuver yourself out of it? Or
hit
over
open
it?
water. If you hit open water, you have your paddle where you can almost like a boat or a canoe where you can paddle.
Right.
And also it has a little hook on it too. If you get stuck in some icy areas, you can.
Oh, it does.
Yes. Get into the ice and pull yourself.
Break it loose, yeah. We'd like to thank the chief for inviting us over here today.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure having you. I hope you enjoyed it.
I hope I never have to experience it.
Most people hope that too.
Yeah. So what is the rule of thumb? Stay off the ice.
That's my rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Stay off the ice.
Stay off the ice. It may look safe, but it's not.
Ice is never safe.
No.
There's never safe ice.
No.
Nope. Exactly. It might look safe, but.
My ice skates have been retired. I don't think they're even sharp anymore,
Safest place to skate is a rink.
Yeah, that's it. Do you use single blades or double blades?
My skating blades are over.
Well, I started with double blades. I think I'm on single, but no, not anymore.
I had a pair with the four blades when I was a kid once. And
Well, when you get older, your bones don't, they get a little more brittle when you fall,
The fall's what hurts.
Yeah, it's a little longer to heal. Not to say we're old, but I'm just saying,
not at all. No.
I call it vintage.
It's good. It's a good word. I like that. Like a grape. No, the wine is sweeter, though. The wine is sweeter.
So Scott has that pole there. That is for animals as well. We can
all right.
loop it out.
So it has a
grab an
little
animal.
hook on it, or how
Well,
does
it's actually
that?
just the loop of the
Oh, I
rope
see.
comes out, and then we just pull it, and
put it around
it'll
the
tighten right up at the animal's neck, and we'll be able to pull them right
and
out.
then just be able to pull the animal in.
We're not actually going to do that to Romeo today, though.
No.
What? Put it around his neck and pull him in.
Yeah, that would be good.
Can he bark?
Oh, I'm sure he
I
can.
mean, we could pretend. No, we love Romeo. Burst in his drops, but. So can we run through everybody's names?
Of course.
Well, we
Of course.
want to make sure we acknowledge everybody.
I don't know where Bob is starting from, but we have out on the ice the two members in the suits. That is Romeo Demers and Sean Bushnell.
Okay.
Those are the two that were doing the rescuer and rescuee. Scott McMinimum, Lieutenant Kevin Martin down below, Mike Siegler, and then Lieutenant Kenny McMinimum right out back.
Kenny's over here, yeah. Brothers?
Yes.
Cousins?
Yeah, brothers.
Wow, that's great.
Yes.
2 firefighters in a family, that's super.
Yeah, and I get both of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Double up.
Quite a few family business here because Paul and Kevin are cousins. And get the two McMinimans. We have quite a few relatives.
That's great. Now how many firefighters do you have?
Right now, the
presently?
total uniform members are 40, including myself. Some units run 9-man units. There is one 10-man unit. We're hoping to put an additional, bring all the units up to 10 this year, and that'll allow us to run 3-man per shift, not per shift, per company, per house.
So when you get a medical alert, or you get more than one at a time,
We send them different trucks, different areas,
Yeah.
so they'll just have to go to the other person's district. So,
Yeah.
but as far as for rescues, the more man that you have doing this, we went at a slow pace today, but
Yeah.
a normal rescue could move a lot quicker than this, and but this is our training environment, so
Wow.
with more hands, it helps.
Oh, sure.
It
The
gets-
more, the quicker.
correct.
The quicker it gets done. He's still in the water.
Yeah, we're trying to retrieve something that we had dropped in there. So
Oh boy.
yes.
Do you have divers?
No divers. If we need a dive, teams are used for body recoveries. Unfortunately, it's not a life-saving thing. And if we need to use a dive team, we call a dive team from Lowell, and that usually
I mean, if somebody went under the ice and it froze over them, what?
it'd be
What?
a dive team. Dive team at that point. It's a recovery, not a rescue at that
It
point.
is. Okay, yeah.
If you slide under the ice, again, it depends on age, because they're finding out with severe cold weather injuries and or drownings. The person's not, the term now is they're not dead until they're warm and dead. So there's been cases, several hours, people brought back from hypothermic situations, drownings, near drowning.
How long can somebody stay in the water without expiring?
Oh,
Because it varies on.
it varies on the water and the air temperature and the person, but probably in this water you might be looking at 15, 20 minutes.
What was they just said something on the news about a man who went over in his car and he was in the water. It flipped over and he was in the water for about a day, and they
He
brought
was
him back.
actually, I saw
wasn't
that
it?
this morning on the news. He was actually had no pulse or anything else.
Yeah, I
And
just
they
read that.
they took him in, they warmed him up, they warmed the IV fluids, they
Yeah.
did CPR for about 2 hours, and they actually brought him back.
Yeah.
So they're doing a lot of new things with cold therapies, even for heart attack victims. Now they'll try to cool you down to slow your heart rate and increase. Your body's not using as much oxygen to actually save people with
Wow.
heart problems. Before catheterizations and stuff like that.
Now I know we took the CPR course. Has anything changed? I mean, what's the was it 30?
Oh, the one yeah.
Refresh my memory, will you?
32. 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
30,
Now they're recommending for single person civilian CPR, don't worry about the breath, just do compressions and do
right.
it to the tune of staying alive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Good
staying
song,
alive,
too.
Staying alive, yeah. So
That
just
is
do
it.
compressions and finding out good compressions where you can get circulation of the blood within a person's body will actually keep that person viable longer. So for civilian CPR, if you're afraid of doing compressions or if you're afraid of doing mouth-to-mouth, well, not so much compressions, but people don't like to do mouth-to-mouth. The new standard is you can do single-person CPR with just the compressions,
Just the compressions.
unless you're trained.
And infants are different.
Yes.
Yes, infants are different. Yes.
I forgot the ratio.
15 to 2 on.
15 to
yes.
2 on infants. Children.
Usually in infants, they're not cardiac. It's usually a respiratory thing.
Yeah.
That's like 90% of the time. It's usually respiratory.
We can make a new one.
Trying to save the department money.
Let's save the firefighter.
Oh, he's fine. He's
Is he all right?
Yeah.
He's all right as long as he's toasty.
fine.
I mean,
he's fine.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, no, you can with that suit you can stay in there
Really?
indefinite. Yeah.
Now, what's that made of?
It's like a heavy nylon that's on one side it's impregnated with like a rubber, so it's it's the same as a
Like a
wetsuit.
wetsuit, yeah.
Dry suit. It's more of a dry suit.
So glad you didn't ask me to go in.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah. No. Most people don't want to go in.
No. You know.
To try it on, but
We'll do a lot of other shows with you, but I don't want to go in. We asked Sue if she wanted to go in, but Sue said no.
no.
Oh my goodness, what fell in?
Oh, an axe.
Oh.
Oh, what did the dog think?
No.
He was trying to cut the hole, and those suits, there's no.
Now I know. Have you ever given an animal mouth to mouth?
No.
Well, it's actually not mouth to mouth for animals. It's mouth to snout.
Okay, no.
We do
that's-
have some masks for that. We do actually. Somebody donated them to us.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them when I took my CPR course. Actually, I was doing a fair somewhere, and we were talking about CPR, and they told me for dogs and pets, they said you do mouth to snout. The way it is.
You have a good time with that.
Okay, Chief. Now tell me about the boat here.
Well, you have on top of, we have our regular open water boat that we use on all rescues. The other boat on top, it's a bigger platform to work out of. The fire department acquired that boat in the 68. It was donated to the department. More men can go in it. The plus of it, you can carry equipment, more men can use it. The negatives are, it's not quite as fast on the water. As in the snow as the other one, because the other one is a single man operation. You can run out and then jump in. This, the way you used to do it, if I could show you here, you would grab it, run along the side until the ice would give way, then you jump in and paddle.
Oh, that's a little.
Yeah, it's a little bit more dangerous. It was in a time where guys you just would go in like this, run, go get it, and come out. So
The other one is much better.
much better. And then you would pole using a pole that has a spike on it off the ice until you'd go into the water, and then you'd paddle. So
how much equipment would you bring in here?
it depends. You bring ropes. Yeah, if you're gonna work on somebody out there, it depends on what you need to once you get out there, whether it be rope or life preserver or even a backboard. If there's somebody that was some of these we always do the open water scenario, but a lot of time it involves snowmobiles or some sort of mechanized.
Do you bring defibrillators with you?
No, our job is to get out there, rescue them, and get them back.
And then get them back here.
Once we get back to shore, we'll start the medical on them. But out there, it's still very dangerous for everybody involved. The best thing you can do for first aid when you're out there is get them back to dry land to start.
Right.
So the quicker
And
you
then
can do
start
that,
the medical.
right? Yeah, it's too dangerous for a crew to be trying to do it all out there. So
what is the average time to get somebody out, or it varies?
it varies on where the person is in the lake. A lot of times, believe it or not, it would be a dogger, and the dogs can be out there quite a bit. So it's getting out there, getting them, and coming back, and most of the time just getting them out, but out of the hole itself. So, but once we hit there, we'd like to get them at least out of the water. You don't want to keep in a golden. We get there within 4 minutes. It'd be a good thing to get them out within 4 minutes, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
The more the time doubles, their chances they go into hypothermia.
Yeah.
Looking at 20 minutes exposure is a long time. Today we got a nice calm day out here. The wind's got a little breeze, but that wind chill when you're wet will drop your core temperature a lot quicker than just the water. The water can be 32 degrees, but it's that wind blowing across you that's going to take the. But if you ever do find yourself going in through the water, try to hold yourself on the ice. But if you can't, try to make yourself as small as possible. Tuck your legs up and in, and try to hold. Keep your core in. You want to keep your armpits and the core of your body as warm as possible. So if you spread out, you will get colder quicker. So just some things I learned from years ago.
Leverage.
You're right. If you can hold on to the ice. If you're just floating, try to float. But maintain as small, tight package as you can. So, best thing, don't go on the ice.
Don't go on the ice. Well, we'd like to thank the Dracut firefighters for showing us how to do an ice rescue. Number one thing is stay off the ice. And we thank Chief Dave Roulette for calling us and asking us to be part of this. And he won't get on camera right now. We've seen enough of him for a while. So Everybody tell us your name.
Mike Siegler.
Romeo Demers.
What a ham.
Scott McMiniman.
Thank you.
Lieutenant Kim McMiniman.
Lieutenant Kevin Martin.
Tim Grimes.
Sean Bushnell.
Well, we thank you for all your efforts. Was it cold in the water?
It was a little cold.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Even with your suit on?
Yeah, it leaks a little bit.
Yeah, I imagine it was. And look at Romeo. He says, nah, it was nothing, you know.
Thank you for coming out and doing this cold weather for us.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You can't be a fashion plate in this weather. What I know, he's got his pom-pom. Well, that's his Patriots pom-pom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for a job well done and for what you do for us as a community, and just thanks for being there. We appreciate all of you.
You're welcome.
Well, Bob, that was very, very interesting, and we'd like to thank the Dracut firefighters for what they do and what they have done and what they always do for us. Romeo's going to do the camera, so anyway, what did you think of that?
A lot of good training.
Oh, it is. It's an excellent training course, and there's so much goes into this, you
He
know.
fell through the ice once.
I did, and I
fell
just
through
go
the
from
ice
layer
once.
and layer and layer, but it's
Well,
scary.
Yeah, sure is.
So our advice is just don't go on the ice.
Don't
But
go on the ice.
thanks for the Dracut firefighters for all they do for us. So from Gay,
And Bob,
thanks for joining us.